Hello. Hang on, it says I'm offline. Am I online? Or am I offline? I'm off a line on off on. I don't know what I'm talking about. The dentist visit has sent me. Oh, I am live. It's just OBS is wrong, not me. Oh, hello again, everyone. It's another week, another shenanigans. I know last week we cut it short. If for those of you that might have tried to join and didn't see it, but we had some other stuff going on. I needed some other stuff to sort out, so I kind of needed the time back. But this week I wanted to stream because I'm actually going to work on this. So this is the diorama. I realised very later on that I probably should have. Actually, is this mic even? Let me see. That's probably better. I should have like vlog checked. Sorry, I'm just watching some stuff. I should have like vlog checked this, or recorded it so that you could see, what I was doing. But obviously, that didn't happen. So I figured this week's a good week for me to show you, and also that is what I painted last week. Very briefly on the stream, I just gave it its wash, so that will end up somewhere here. But this is the diorama. I'm quite happy with it. I just realised I need to do all my shares and stuff as well. Sorry. Need to share that I'm live and all that jazz. Ow. I also went to the dentist this morning, so if at any point I shouldn't sound weird, I'm actually alright, but you know, if at any point I do, then you know exactly why I sound a bit weird. Sending all the links where I need to. I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm hoping the anaesthetic doesn't kick in or kick off even halfway through this, and then I suddenly have a feeling of pain. I'm here with you. Yeah, that's cool. Thank you for joining. Nice to see you. Even though I knew you was joining, but there we are. So yeah, so mash up for me, but at least one of the problematic teeth have been sorted out. I've got to wait 2 weeks now for the next tooth to get sorted on the other side, which has been giving me problems as of recent, so typical. But yes. Where else do I need to share this link? Instagram is a good idea to share this link. In fact, I'm on the wrong Instagram. I also have Chris sending me reels on Instagram when I can't look at them in case there's any copyright problems. I don't want to affect this going to YouTube. I'm going to share this to my story. Undo. Let me link. Turn my volume down so I can put some music on it. That'll do. Right, okay, so yes, so this is the diorama. I've added and tested a few different bits. Might be hard to see. I'm going to try and show you as much as I can when I can. So you'll be able to see that I've added like some barbed wire here. Let me see. I've added barbed wire here. I've added a sprue tree and a little bit of flock. Just, I know it's a trend, but you know, I've got to add a bit of flock somewhere. And that was kind of like a test, really, just to test out how that would look. I'm happy with that flock tree. I've got a couple of others, but I think they might be a bit too big for what I want, so I might even leave that tree there and just have it as the one. I went through some of my, I guess you could call them scenery bits boxes. And I found these. So this is a ladder that I've now cut in half so that I can kind of decide I'm going to put it somewhere. Have a tall one there, and then I'll have like a shorter one that doesn't reach the ground somewhere. So there's that. I need to paint those. I've got like lots of little bits of flock. You can probably see that just about in my hand. Obviously my Space Marines there. I've got this chap. So basically the chap I had prepared for this diorama actually broke the barrel if you were here last week because I'm an idiot. So I've done that. I've also prepped this guy. I've put some green stuff on it and given him like a trenchy base. The base didn't print when I printed it way back, so it didn't print out very well, but I've put him on that. This is one of the trench snipers I will be selling at 2 events now. Yes, 2 events now. So there's that as well. But yeah, I think today, so you might, can you see? Let me just try and show you. So you can, well actually you can. So see the metallic shine here. Sorry, I found a brass type of paint that I've used. This is why these two are coming up shiny and you can see the rest of it. And then I've used like, I need to go over this. I've used one of the pens, the brown, although it comes up quite light. I've used the brown to do the wooding. So the view boxes and the entrances into the, you can't see this, so see the entrance there, the entrances, I actually, they are wood. So I can't do much with those. So I've just painted them with the wood colour. You can see by some of the other trenches as well, like, bring it back up. You can see like the brown here. So all of the support struts will be just a wood colour, Morning Fang brown. The plan is as well, once this is all done and said and done, I will give it a wash. Now I've bought some cheap black paint. There's the numbing of the jaw kicking with a speech. I've got what was I even saying? I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, diorama in it. I've got some black paint, that's it. I've got some black paint that I'll dilute down really well. And I'm going to wash everything in that so it darkens everything up. So hopefully that doesn't mess anything up too much. So today you'll probably find me painting the rest of this paneling. Then hopefully time given doing some of the struts. Today will be the full stream time, so till about 3 o'clock, just because there's always stuff to do, but I need to do this anyway, so it's 3 hours of work I'll be able to do, and I've been doing a few hours of work here and there. Something else I realised, this here is a drop pod. Ooh. And no, it's not because of the ODST coming out on Helldivers, which of course is always the reason. But this I bought some time ago. These are actually drop pods designed off of the drop pods used in Rogue Trooper. If you know the 2000 AD comic book, or if you've played the game, which is very good by the way, I actually should need to go back to that. These are the drop pods that you see in the game. So I've got one of these. I want to put it somewhere on here. Now I'm either going to just lay it on top and I'll have it as a movable piece of scenery, which I'm probably going to do with a few other bits, or I can dig a hole into and then sort of shrink it in. I don't know if I want to do that too much, although it with the tree, we'll see anyway. Sorry, but yeah, so I'm going to be adding more barbed wire across this, adding some more shrubbery. I've got so 2 things. So I got this from an old dungeon making kit. So these are tough, so I'm going to use these because they're brown with a little bit of dark green, mix it up. And then I went to Element Games and picked up some dry tufts, which are kind of similar. They just got slightly lighter brown on the bottom, so I'll put some of those across it just to give it a bit of variation, and there would still be some shrubbery. You know, this isn't necessarily a World War II diorama. It's a Trench Crusade, Warhammer, you know, like grimdark stuff. So they won't necessarily, don't necessarily have to worry too much about that accuracy. Yeah, this is where we're at. I'm quite happy with this. It's actually come out way better than I expected, and I feel like I want to do more of these. Maybe even commission them. Maybe even make terrain boards. I know some YouTubers I used to watch, they their business was making terrain boards, and they ended up making terrain boards for like Warlord Games and stuff like that. So that's also on the cards. If I pull my finger out. You also might see the sandbags. They are quite bright. I haven't dirted them down yet. They will get done. I just had some issues with them in the paint because I use a cheap paint on the bottom. It's given me a few bits of issues, but anyway. However, I guess without further ado, I should probably start painting and stop yapping. Now you might see me holding it up in some weird angle, especially when I want to paint like this section, even these sections. So I apologise if there are a couple of weird angles. That didn't move, but that is just the way it is today because of what I'm painting. Now I'm going to be using a. Actually, use this one's Mullard. I apologise for all of those that like to look after the brushes. I do, but obviously not this time. Using a medium base brush. From Citadel, and then what I've been using so far is the Rune Lord Brass. That's done me good for the copper, tin, brass looking colours that I've been looking for the sheet metal. So we've got that, all very nice. Got my paint holders. I've got the file off of Colts. Anyway, so yeah, I think without further ado, I've got my water here. So I'm actually going to do the weird angle just to get it started today. Now, I don't have to worry too tough about, like if I get some on the floorways and stuff like that. It doesn't matter because I'm going to go over that. I can go over that anyway later on because I did the base coat for the wood for the floor. But I know that I'm going to need to go back anyway just to patch up some bits. I've put down some basing bits and stuff as well from model basing. So there's that as well. So yeah. See, look, the weird angles have already kicked in. Let me move this around. I guess at least for you guys, you get to sort of see the board. Yes, I probably could have had a better setup knowing that I was going to be painting this week. But I don't really have the room, and it kind of, the way I have things set up, it's a lot of work to undo it to then just redo it, if you know what I mean. I watched, so you might remember from a few streams ago, I painted up the models that I'm going to have on this board as well. And something quite funny is when I was watching it, I didn't realise the radiation zone minis that I use, I actually ended up, because I kept the brassy orange colour on them for their body armour, it actually looks like the World War One British soldiers colour of some of their flak jackets type stuff. So I was actually quite happy mistake, I guess. So that was pretty cool. Whoops. Just covered up something I didn't want to cover, but never mind. Sorry if you can hear that. I have a lot of idiot people that have big flashy cars to drive down a road that has a pedestrian ending. So yeah, they're not too smart. Now, one of the things I realised where I used cheap acrylic is it was coming away from the original base coat, but it's creating this like weird sort of, I don't know, like, I quite like the effect it's creating on the metal, and when you physically get to see it, you'll see what I mean. I just realised I missed some stuff here. I'm sure I'm going to need to go for a few coats, but to be fair, when I put the wash on whatever I've missed, and also why I did a brown coat, shouldn't matter all that much. Anyway, I tried to use a sponge in case anyone's thinking about it. It was a nightmare, especially again because I've used this cheap paint. I think that's what I've learnt this time is use cheap paint, but not where I got it from. Is what I'm saying. In fact, before I even turn that, let me do this corner bit that I, for whatever reason, decided not to do straight away. Cool. Okay, I'm just going to turn this around again. Sorry if it's some weird angles you're dealing with today. Hello, welcome back. How you doing? You all sorted? All good? Gravy ready to go? Orange juice with bits in? Ugh. I mean, I guess we can't make good choices all the time, so do you know what I mean? This cat. Thank you very much. Thank you. I don't know if you saw at the beginning all the little additions. If you didn't, I can show you again. Um, oh, you just sat down as well. Saying that, I will take the opportunity to quickly check my phone because it was going off like the crappers 20 seconds ago. Hold on to your hats, people. That's annoying. Okay. All the weird angleness while I do this side. Oh yeah, you can't, 'cause it's a bit too far up. You can't see me painting the panels. But don't worry, I am. I think, how much have I got left? I think I've got like this inner trench here to do. I've got this whole corner section to do. From here. And here, I think as well, yeah. So I've got that to do. Then once that is done, I probably won't revisit it unless I need to do some touch-ups, or once I do the what's it called? Wash. There we are. Got there in the end. Unless I do the wash. Once I do the wash, and then at that point, it'll do its thing or whatever I need it to do. Yeah. There are some bits that look like I might need to patch them up, but again, I'm not. For those of you that have listened to the podcast or I've talked about it here or in person, like the idea of this board is, yes, I want it to obviously look good and look cool, but also I want it to want it to be a bit like almost like a source of inspiration for people to be like, oh, I can get into like miniature tabletop stuff and not feel like I have to have a degree in Warhammer, if you know what I mean, to do it. Do you know what I mean? So that's really where this board stems from. It obviously is also like a visual selling aid. When I'm at an event, people can see like you can buy this trench system on the website, do it yourself, or I say buy the trench. You can buy the printed item and then make your own trench. So there's that as well. That looks good. A couple more trenches here. Oh, I did that. Might just do this panel while I'm here. Panels are the longest bloody part. That's probably why I left them to. I should have done these first, really, but. I guess that's kind of the other trick, is like figuring out what and where you do things, because I guess traditionally, I don't know, I don't even know what I was going to, don't even know what I would say would have been the other stages that I used, but we're here now anyway. Yes. Yeah, if you have just joined, hello, welcome. This is my trench diorama that I am making for 2 events that I'll be selling at Starline Forge, and I'm streaming for PixelForgePodcast, which is mine and Sean's podcast, Gaming Party Pro. So check that out on Spotify and YouTube now, if you're interested. But yes, as you can see, I'm currently painting like the metal sheet work for this trench system. This is something that I will have available on the website very soon. And you can get it in 2 systems actually. You can get this metal style, as you can see, like the shininess coming off, or you can get it as a wooden style, so like an older wooden trench as well, which is pretty cool. Black Sheep Scenery, he's a really good designer, made this, and I've got some more of his stuff coming to the website. He's been really cool. We've had a pretty good relationship, and he's certainly done me a really good favour for the upcoming scenery stuff that I'm going to have. Also, I apologise for the angles. The angles are going to be a little weird just because of the way I'm painting. So at least you'll be able to see the board. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of what I want, even while I'm painting. It's just a little bit different. This board is well, I say board. This is a diorama for all intensive purposes, because as I said, it's obviously one sense it's I think I already said this. One sense it's a selling tool for me as a business. So I can obviously show you that you can buy these files and this is what you can make with them. Same as sorry, I just had a weird email. Same as the miniatures that you're going to see on here if you're going to any of those events. And I obviously do pictures and put them on Instagram, Starline Forge. You'll see, the idea is that I want people to be able to see how easy it is to get into the hobby. I don't want it to be, it's going to look, I'd like to think it's going to look good, but I don't want it, it's not going to be like something that, obviously you've got people that are top of their craft. It's probably not going to be something like that because I'm still quite, I guess, amateur for my painting style and stuff like that, but again, that's the idea anyway behind it, is to kind of inspire. It's more an inspiration tool than as much as it is a selling tool. So let me just check my phone. Cool, at least they got back to me. Okay, I need to put some more stuff there. those walls are done, I just have this corner section to do now. Which when I paint this, you should be able to see at least like this section of me doing. The only weird section for me that might have a weird angle just temporarily is just underneath this scrap bridge, just because it's obviously a bit awkward to get to. Oh, good. Oh, cool. Oh, that's good to hear. I'm happy about that. That's cool. Good. Yeah, yeah. We can chat about it later on, obviously, as well. Good. I'm glad. Glad Mums is doing all right. Why am I painting that? That needs to be. Sorry if you can't see me painting the bit I'm doing. It's just because it's a bit of an awkward section. But when I get round to this other corner bit, you'll be able to see it much better. So you just have to bear with me in a momento. I'll paint this side. Yeah. How did the dentist go? Yeah, it was alright. It's fine. The tooth she worked on, the infection it had got a bit worse than she thought it would. So she had to sort that out. So it took a little bit more work on the tooth she done. but it's all fine. All good. My face is just a little bit numb because she had to up the amount of the anaesthetic that she used. Not the anaesthetic, whatever she used, the stuff to numb it. She had to use a little bit more because of just how much work there was just to make sure it lasted. But yeah, it's all good. All gravy in it. Face is still numb as well, so I haven't. I'm not gonna really eat anything until the numbingness goes off, just to give mate. Obviously, because you need to leave it a few hours after you have work done, so the filling can set properly and stuff. But I'm just gonna go by like the numbing agent. So once that's kind of once my face is a bit back to normal, then I'll probably have something to eat. Oh yeah. I haven't actually drunk anything yet, to be fair. So I'll probably have something to drink in a minute. I've got my water in the fridge. I'll probably the first thing I eat. I'll probably even have soup later on, just to sort of continue letting it do its thing. Do you know what I mean? Okay, we're about here now, so now you should be able to get some good painting action going on. Such a granddad, go away. Calling me granddad. Yes, I am a granddad, to be fair. Oh, Jamil Sager got back to me. They it was a no, but I think it was that odd thing. I imagined there'd be people with more experience for that role that I applied for anyway. So I'm just happy they got back to me, because I thought it was one of those ones where I applied too late. So onwards and upwards for the next application, I guess. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna keep an eye on their site, just see what else they have that I could potentially apply for. Um, I'm trying to think of other companies like Sega that might be worth having a look at, that have got like offices that are nearby that are easy to get to. Because Sega would be great for me, because it's not that far off. Uh, no, not really. I haven't looked the last 2 days, just because I've been a little bit busy. But I'll probably do some looking later on. Um, Funny enough, because Leanne, I was talking to Leanne. She said obviously about like if I need a job at was it Dreams selling beds, but she controls the store in have I forgot the name of it? Not Stockwell. Where is it? I can't remember the name of the place. How have I forgotten that? Clapham. They have a dream store in Clapham, which is super close to me. So I guess like if push comes to shove, and I said this to her, I said, you know, obviously if everything goes a bit tits up, it's definitely an option at least, especially if it's to manage like the store. Probably still be quite an easy job. I know it's retail, but like anyway, as I said to her as well, like that's if like I'm really desperate and everything something goes wrong and I need income quickly and stuff. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. It's something. You know, it's not my first choice, but I appreciate the opportunity. You know, because I guess we all know how it is with money at the moment and stuff. I have to give some credit to these paint pots, you know, because I thought I was going to run out of this Rune Lord brass before I finished and I mean, I've still got a ways to go, but there's still quite a lot of paint in there. So maybe I might not even need to make that homebrew wash. I can use a Nuln oil or something. What bows you working on today? Yeah, that's cool. To be fair, that's even like doing this board. This board's kind of like the make a full layer bow, which I haven't done before. So there's three reloaded colours and two different types of blue, black, and white. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Because I was going to say, like, even with this board, I kind of feel like this is like it's still work because it's for the event. Sorry, good weird angle again. It's still for the event, but like it's almost like the guilty pleasure part because it's the fun bit because it's trying out something else. So I still got bits of work I need to do, but this is I know when you guys are over, when you're over next week, I'm going to need help getting the workshop minis primed because I still haven't had a chance to do them. It might be a slight two-person job just because of the getting the minis on something to prime them on, and then once they're primed, got to let them dry and stuff like that. So we've still got that to go. So I'm trying to find a good angle. I got a bit excited and put some of the details on probably a little bit too early. Is it? Okay, maybe I'll get my next lot of shirts from, that was Canva, wasn't it, your one? It shows my muscles. Then she'll be like, yeah, I've been going gym. Listening to the podcast. There you go. Yeah, that's a good selling point for the podcast. I mean, listening to podcasts, going gym, and people will be like, oh, maybe I should listen to a podcast going, maybe we should do the Pixel Forge podcast while going to the gym. Oh, yeah, okay. Good, that's worked out well. I can't even blow properly because my face. Sorry, that was quite pro. Yes, it's yes. Don't worry. It should be out in 5 minutes, 6 minutes even. It will be out in 6 minutes next episode. I'll double check as well, but yes, it should be on time. Should be normal time. No early, 4 days early, or me releasing it a day early. None of that. None of that malark. Don't worry. Oh, Jamil, we need to probably have like a call catch up or something soon. Because I want to get some. Once they've got back to me for the market, get some socials prepared, for that as well. To say that we're there and we'll be selling. Come by, chill, chill and stuff. So we can get and try maybe even be inspired by the gaming one and do something where it's got like, you know, like the Truman Brewery sort of design or the silhouette in the background, and then say like obviously we're there and stuff. So we need to just work on a couple of bits for socials. That's okay at some point. Again, we can talk about it when you're over next week, but obviously we can probably get something started. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, see, yeah. So yeah, I think that makes sense. I lost my ball. No. Oh, no, I had my ball. Oh, I've kicked it away now. Okay. Bits and then it's onto the browns. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I've had like a few follows here and there, so there has been some stuff going on. Um, but yeah, cool. That makes sense. Oh, I'm actually like near enough at the end of doing all the paneling. Oh, hello. Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much. I'm trying. I basically just got the last bit of the sheet metal to do, and then all the walls are painted, and then I just need to go around and do like the wooden struts. So I'm just doing the last panel of metal now. And plus, once me and you have got our minis on here, it's going to look even better. Is that a Bob Ross? Yes, it is. Okay, that's all of the walls done. At least the metal, and then I think I need to go over some of the wooden bits with that pen again. So, yeah, I don't know, this brown hasn't come out as browny as it should be, I don't think. How are you making these up? Yes, I'm more than happy to make these on order. I just need to, and I'll use the traditional conventional means when I'm making them, you know, like outside of this event. I just, because it's the first one, I just needed to see what my limits were. But it's kind of hard to do it in the flat as well, because if I was doing it somewhere where I could be messing, I can just do it in a way that doesn't matter too tough. Whereas when I'm at the flat, I have to be like a little bit careful in the way I do things, just to make sure I don't mess anything up. wood stone. I could do this wood paneling. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, Jamelia, what did you think of... Next week, going to be a very busy week as well. Yes, I agree. It's going to be busy. And even from like tomorrow, I'm going to be like super busy because I've got the podcast. And then I've got a barbecue on Saturday. Then there's Carnival. Then Helldivers 2 is out on the Tuesday. Then I've got, obviously, we've got Cornetto Trinity on the Wednesday. And then if you guys are over on the Thursday as well, if we need to carry on doing work, I've got that as well. But then I've got the stream, then the podcast, and then we've got the event. That's it. Mum's the word. And then Jamelia, we've got 2 weeks. And then we've got that other event. Right, it's over. We've got the market as well. Oh, it's all happening. Right, I'm going to give that a minute to dry. It's weird. I can start to feel my face now, and where the tooth actually is obviously fixed, I'm so used to it having a hole there that when I put my tongue there to feel it, it feels weird that there isn't a hole. So I've done the wood, I've done the metal sheeting. So the next objective will be is all the struts, which I'm going to have to go over some of the old ones that I painted as well. I'm going to need all of these to be painted over in brown. I could. Oh, sorry. With the metal walling, I guess I could, if I wanted to, I could make that like a silver metal, just to. But I think the wood effect will go a longer way towards that. So we're going to work on that in a second. Yeah, I need to do some stuff with the. I've got like a piece of destroyed chimera here because I got some bits from a job lot that I bought ages ago. So I've got like a muddied up piece of shrapnel here that I need to, I guess, do a bit of work on as well. Then I've got a piece of it there. I've got more barbed wire somewhere. So I've got that on here and here now as well. Got some barbed wire. So yeah, I'm just letting this dry at the moment. But maybe I guess I could start on the... Oh, I'm an idiot. I haven't finished it. Look, I've got this whole section here. I'm talking about I'm done and I'm not done. So I guess let's... Ow. Let's make some moves and get this sorted out because I'm a silly Billy and it's not done. I'm just going to paint over this section here. So it doesn't look like that's finished. Yeah, so I guess now you should just about be able to see. I apologise if it's a weird angle still. As I said, it's getting slacker. Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's getting the right angle for me to see and for at least show you some of it. So yeah. Oh, Chris, if you're still there, actually, I could probably ask you. What do you think I should do with the shrapnel bridges? They're currently the Rune Lord brass. I just haven't figured out like what else to do to them. I was going to dry brush them with, or sponge them with lead belcher to put some grey on there as well, mix it up. I'm not sure what else to do. Also, if anyone else has suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments as well, or in the chat even. Dirty down rust. I don't have any of that. I have the rust that I was using. I have this actually. I have orange rust powder, so I can definitely use that. But I feel like it needs like another color or two just to switch the accent up a little bit. Oh, okay, that's an idea. So what I might do then is I might do like a dry brushing of lead belcher just to add a bit of a metallic effect on the sides, and then yeah, I could use my orange rust as well, and then use a brown. And I don't know if I've specifically got Troll Slayer orange, but I definitely have orange in that pile of paints that I have. So yeah, I could probably even do that as well. So that's a good shout. Thank you very much. Don't know if maybe I'll get that far on this stream to do that. We'll find out. As I said, I've got to get this now that I've realised I didn't finish this wall. I've got to get this finished. And then yeah. Hello, if you're just joining us, just so you know, this is a diorama piece, I guess we can call it a diorama, that I'm working on for a couple of events for Starline Forge, using it as almost like it's going to be two things: a sales aid and an inspiration aid. Because if you already know, if you've listened to the podcast or anything, you'll know that the idea behind it all is to get people into the hobby and show them how easy it can be to kind of capture your imagination. This is what this is. This is partly where this has come from, because I thought it'd be a good idea to have that. I don't know if you guys saw, but I have bought a Blender training pack from Humble Bundle to learn a little bit more on 3D design through Blender. So give myself a new skill in it. So there's that. Yeah, so then the plan will be to I've designed stuff before, like I've got these, in fact. These barrels are an original design. I made these. I made this. So that'll be the plan, to sort of upskill myself. Also because I think Blender's like the way forward now. Like I've used a few other different softwares, but I think, you know, I need to try and use sort of like the big one, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm gonna try to anyway, and then I'm gonna give myself like one school day, quotation marks, a week where it's just doing those courses and learning Blender a bit more than what I've tried to do before. And that's not to discredit like some of the YouTube videos I've seen, because they're pretty good, but some of it is just like, it's like, yeah, this is the simple way to use Blender, and then it's like a 40-minute video. So yeah, I'm hoping it'll teach me a little bit more about like like shortcuts and stuff, because I feel like that's where I will benefit from using Blender, is knowing how to use shortcuts and stuff like that. Yeah, I think the Blender course, the bundle was like 20 quid, 23 quid, but normally it's about 180 quid's worth of stuff that you get, because there's asset packs and stuff that you get with it as well, so it's quite a comprehensive, shindiggery. Yes, the technical term, shindiggery. Sounds like someone from Harry Potter. This is Shindiggery the Wizard. Okay, now all the walls are done. Now that's all done. Chris, do you recognise this? You might not. Need some water, 2 seconds, people. No, it's not from Epic. It's not actually Warhammer at all. The clue is 2000 AD is the clue. Oh, my jaw. Oh, I'm starting to feel my jaw now. No, it's not a dread thing. It's even more obscure. It is, I guess, another clue. I guess another clue is that it has a video game like Judge Dredd has a video game. No. Just remember, 2000 AD. We're still on 2000 AD. Command & Conquer is in 2000 AD. Oh, that's quite much better. Yeah, cool. Okay. Yeah, 2000 AD. It also has a video game. Do you mean the Terminator isn't 2000 AD, but it does have a video game, so I'll give you that. Yes, Rogue Trooper. These are the drop pods. I got these a millennia ago from eBay, but these are the drop pods they use in the game. Let me get a picture to show you to confirm. And they're going to look nothing like it. So yeah, that's. I mean, this one's not, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those drop pods. I'm going to try and see if I can get one on this board. One, because of obviously ODST, but also just to add a bit more variety of things. I've got more barbed wire. Where's the rest of my barbed wire? No, the comic. Sorry, I probably should have specified that. Whoops. Okay, so I don't need Rune Lord Brass anymore, so I'm going to close you up for the time being. I do need Morning Flame Ground. Oh, Chris, also, look. I've got one of these bad boys primed and ready. Put them on a base. Some green stuff because this base is messed up. He's all primed. I actually used the pen to prime him as well. I think he's come out pretty well, so I look forward to getting some paint on him. So yeah, he's pretty cool. I wonder if I feel like maybe using some of this sterling mud on some little bits of the sections just to make a bit of variety on the colour and like consistency of the mud a little bit, because I've still got bits where like I've gone over on paint and stuff that I could use just to use this as like the patch ups. Anyway, right, so we shall move on to Morning Fang Brown. That is our next phase. I will also use that's true, yes, so that's even another idea actually. Base small, layer small. Use base small for the wood paneling. So I will go over some of these sections that I've done outside of this stream. But what I'll do is I'm going to paint them all up as best as I can. As I said, it's not end of the world if it looks a little rough and ready, because that's part of it. But anyway, let's see. So, Morning Fang Brown, hello. Speaking of watering it down, actually, Chris, I saw a recipe online for making your own shade, like wash, which is just obviously black acrylic paint, water, and then putting in a little bit of washing up liquid, apparently. Oh yeah, he does. I actually watched. I don't know why it came up. Black Magic Crafts, like it's like an 8-year-old video of him doing it. I was like, oh yeah, okay. But maybe I'll watch Midwinters, because I think Midwinters is a bit more recent, right? Oh, Jamil, yeah, that's what I was going to ask. What did you think of the show yesterday? I feel like they did a summer game special and just left Resident Evil to the last minute to make sure people stay till the end. Yeah. Switch messages, they told us that I know what was going to be sharing with a few announcements. Yeah, right. I feel like anything that Jeff touches now just becomes a bit like, yeah, okay, yeah, they're here. Yeah, that's it. I feel like he's the poison for these events. It's funny you say that, Jimmy, because I feel like I don't know, like even the Helldivers thing, announcing that before that should have been part of the show. It would have made it 10 times better if they'd shown that during the show. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, Kojima's not doing much right now. Yeah, I feel like some of that stuff that we saw before should have been saved. Anyway. Yeah, sorry, Jeff. We only said Kojima. He hasn't got anything coming out. Chris, you played any Battlefield yet? Better get your ass on it. Oh god. He sent me one where it was like that one. It was like, I can't remember. It was like that one guy on my team who's a medic, and he sent it to me, and I said to him, "Yeah, that's you, but the difference being is it's only when you go, there's two enemies in front of me, then you show up." And don't forget the Batman turn. Yeah, you can see by there, like doing the wood paneling, it really adds to the like how it looks like it's sectioned up. I think if I didn't do this, I don't think it would make it like pop out as much. Oh, Jamelia, I finished Man in the High Castle again. It's all watched and finished now. don't know what's next, to be honest. I'm just back to watching YouTube videos. I knew you'd say Walking Dead, you buffoon. You need to bloody watch Walking Dead. Upload. No, I haven't. Yeah, we're on waiting for season 3 of Dale Dixon, and on season 26 we're waiting for Chris to actually watch The Walking Dead. Do it. Would you care to give me a synopsis, Jamil Lynn, of what it entails? So I'm trying to get a bit of you. Interesting. Okay, I have to have a wee little gander then. Do you know what another comedy is? Is expecting Chris to watch bloody Walking Dead. That's a bit of a comedy now. Cool, okay, yeah, I'll have a look if they're short episodes. Excuse me, what briefcase is Chris walking around with? Instagram. Chris, is it one of the ones you sent me when I was in the first 10 minutes of starting to stream? Because if that's the case, I haven't seen that. I don't remember any briefcase. Okay, let's do this little section. Chris, can you at me in a message so I can see which one it was in case I've completely missed it? I was going to say, it's not that one because you sent me that like whenever. Oh. I cast that from my mind because of how bad it was, and then you even said it to me as well. Oh, dearie me. Oh, I just thought, do you guys want to hear something funny about my dentist visit? And why I hate dentists and why every time I go, it's always some randomness happens. Although the dentist I'm going to now in Brixton is very nice. Yeah, she's a nice dentist actually, so I can't complain there. I have a funny story. So she was cleaning out the infection from one of my teeth, right? And she was using these like threads or whatever it was, some weird needle looking things, right? So la 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 la, and then I hear her go, "Oh, how's that happened?" And I thought, "Oh God, one of them's broke," and I just assumed, "Oh, she's probably taken it out." I have a thread, like a cleaning thread, inside my tooth where it's fallen in. Don't know. She doesn't know how. She said it snapped. I know. Yeah. So. Yeah, and then when I could see it on the X-ray, and she took the X-ray, you can see it like just in there. So there we are. No, they couldn't get it out. I've got a filling there now. It's covered. That's in my tooth. To be fair, I'd rather that than the last time when I went to the dentist. She actually cracked and broke my tooth. So yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's my own fault in the sense of I should have looked after my teeth better as a kid anyway. But at the same time, this is why I also can't be asked with dentists. Dentist Victoria. Very well could be. So who knows? You know what in this the what in the Dickens is going on at this point? Yeah, exactly. What in the mouth of Josh? I'll definitely be getting the wood struts painted up before the stream ends because I've only got a little bit left to do, so that's good. Oh, Chris, you know what I was thinking of that I wanted to do next? Um, I was. Oh God, the feeling's starting to come back and my lips are tingling now. I was thinking about maybe doing some of these boards or dioramas, but doing like sections of Dawn of War maps. No, Jamila, it's not my spidey sense. It's my metal souvenir in my tooth that's giving me the spidey sense, I guess. And you know, Chris, if you wanted to help, I could do with some help making those boards. Oh, well, that pleases me. Good, because I wanted to do what I should have done for this one, but didn't do, is actually maybe do like a Dawn of War YouTube series, and just do a YouTube series of like us making and designing the boards, and maybe we do the multiplayer maps. I think that would be quite cool. So we, it gives us a good, it'll give us a good bit of groundwork. Because I think as well, I think there's one company that have like a Dawn of War STL set for all the buildings and stuff, so we could print those out, do a pick a faction each, and do some of that magical work. Oh, my jaw hurts. Oh, oi, oi, ay ay ay. Cool, so that's done. Back to normal. Did you guys see the price increases for the PS5 in the US have kicked in now? Yeah, they've gone up pretty much similar to like the Xbox, where they've increased in price. I think like the base PS5's I think it's like $549 now. So it's kind of in line with the Xbox, really. Yeah, a lot of that tariff stuff's kicking in on the 29th as well, because I've seen a lot of UK like printing and modelling services like tabletop stuff, they're all kicking in. Either some of them are saying they can still ship to the US, but the shipping cost has gone up to cover it, or they're just not outrightly not shipping to the US anymore. Chris, you don't happen to have any silvery metallic spray cans, do you? Um, it's not that I need it per se, because I bought the ColorForge silver metallic for, to prime the workshop minis in. But when you come over next week, if you could bring it with you just in case the one can I got isn't enough, and we just need to prime like the last sort of few. I'm confident it will be because it's a bigger can, but if that's okay, just as a backup emergency spray for silver metallics, it would be great if that's okay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. How you doing on Change Your Goods? I think that's all the struts done. Yep. I'm done. I've done the... Good. Oh yeah, I forgot you finish at 1, but you don't seem to get home till like 4 hours later because of the bus. God, doing that paneling actually took longer than I thought. Doing all the brown took a little longer. I think next I need to paint that actually. That is a long year. Oh, you did buy Mafia, huh? So Jamilia's got her first video up as well. First hour, I think she plays. I haven't watched that yet. Right, I think we've got 40 minutes. I'm absolutely starving, by the way. Oh my gosh. Oh, my jaw as well. Fuck me. I think what I'm going to do now is all the little extra... Oh, actually, before I do that, before I continue, there's more sandbags there. I need to put some Typhon ash on. Now, while I'm going to talk about other things, I will say I will eventually go back over the floors just to tart them up a little bit again. But for now, I think all the little extra greebly bits that you see, I'm going to paint them all in silver where it's needed. There's some bits I want you to paint them all in that colour. Cool. Just realised, I actually think I quite like the... I don't think you can see it right now. Let me try and show you. So where I'm painting here, some of the stuff, like you can kind of see like the brown underneath. I haven't finished painting everything. Like some of it, like especially on the backpack, like I'm thinking you can't really see it there. Trench cap. I could do it like, you know, like do like a trench run, just have the camera follow along. What was I going to say is where I'm glancing over some of the paint, some of the brown still coming through, but I feel like having some of the brown coming through is doing like a reverse, almost like a reverse rust effect. So like anything that get a hamster, anything that's like top view, I'd expect there to be a bit more metallic color, right? But then as you go further down, you start to see like the browns and the, you know, all of that sort of stuff. Anyway, we've got about half an hour left anyway, so I'm just gonna paint what I can with this metallic. I'm not stressing if I don't get it all done, because sorry, I think actually maybe I should stress about getting it done. I mean, I've got tomorrow, so tomorrow until we have the podcast recording, I've got time. So I should have time, and as I said, the bulk of this is done. Really, the only real thing I need to worry about now is just getting a wash on it and doing some work with the metallic bridges and stuff. But like, as it stands, without obviously doing the little extra bits of like the greebles and stuff, like I'm quite happy. It's definitely like come a much further away than I guess I would have thought. I actually feel like got a lot more of it done than I would have thought. So yeah, I'm very happy with where we're at for this. I know for a fact one thing I would do differently the next time I do a board like this is I will, and I probably knew this anyway, but you know where you just wanted to sort of get stuff on there so you could see it, is I would probably paint all the greebles separate. So I'm just putting painted stuff straight on. It means I can kind of highlight some details on there, because even the corpse that's there, it's just a square section of the sun. Even the corpse that's there, there's details on it that I probably could have tightened up a little bit, but it's fine. It is what it is. Yeah, exactly. As I said from the offset, even with the website, the business, it's all about getting people into it. So something like this, like you can talk about, like, oh, you know, you did all this and this happened and blah blah blah. And people go, oh, maybe I can do that. Like, that's the plan. Because sometimes when you look online, like obviously, this is just a stream, so you're seeing it raw. But like sometimes you'll find people will like edit their videos up, and obviously they edit it up so it's entertaining and engaging, but doesn't really. Sorry, it doesn't really show the process, so people, you know, it's like anything, like it'll put people off because people will be like, oh well, I definitely can't make that, so there's no point. Yeah, like there's no you don't see any of the progress stuff, so how you meant to relate to it without seeing, you know, the difficulty part. It's all well and good seeing the final thing, but yeah, of course, yeah, exactly. time flies when you're having fun. Jeez Louise. Ha ha! Chris has seen it. Ah, yeah, it is. If you mean sick by it was falling apart, then yes, you're correct. Oh, the custom feet were great. I love them on mine. Oh, do you guys want to... Oh my god. Oh, do you guys want to hear something else funny that involves my face? So my so you know my glasses, the aviator style ones, the ones I prefer. Like I like the blue ones, but these ones I like to wear because I like, yeah. So those. So for whatever reason, they're now like I guess let's call it the film that's around the actual like arm of the glasses, right? That go across my side of my head and hook around my ears, right? The material's coming away for some reason, and is also fucking my skin up. So I've got like this like screwed up spit on the side of my head where the glasses normally sit because it's rubbing against my skin and flaring it up. Yeah, no, I know. There is a line there, but it's actually reacting to my skin, like where it's bleeding. Like it's scratching my skin. Maybe I could. I don't know. It's like it's weird. I'll show you next week. You have to see it, and you'll see what I mean. It's weird. Weird. Okay, so we're almost bingo on time. So I'm not going to do much more other than chill. I'm going to take a painkiller as well because my jaw hurts ever so slightly. But what I am going to do... This AK stuff's great, by the way. I'm pretty sure you knew that anyway. But this AK Interactive, the Dark Earth, is... Well, you can see it's like the bulk of what's across the diorama. It's great, great stuff. A couple of things. I wanted to get these glued down because now that I've got the floor done I can, and the wall, so get one there. Maybe I've got this crate, this random crate. another crate, a couple of barrels, and then once I've put some paint on these, the bits of ladder, I'll get them put somewhere as well, probably sort of where there's gaps to simulate, you know, like people trying to come out onto the battlefield. I don't think I can use this pen because these silver pens have been playing up on me a little bit. Yeah. That would be cool. And then reckon that on there. Cool. Right, okay, I think I'm going to call it there for this stream. Thank you very much for joining me. As you see, I made a bit of progress on the diorama. All the walls are done. Got some of the greebles that I've put in the trenches, so I've got some paint on them so that I can paint them up. Put the barrels and this crate back in here as well. And then my next job will be working on the ladders and stuff. Obviously, if you enjoyed this, please do follow the Twitch so that you get notified when I go live. And eventually we'll have some more lives where me and Sean will be playing. We'll be playing with friends and stuff like that. But at the moment it's Thursdays. And it's just me doing some hobby stuff. And also check out Spotify, PixelForgePodcast. And check out PixelForge Plays on YouTube as well. If you want to watch the podcast on there, but we'll have some content uploaded on there as well. So yeah, cool. I'll speak to you all later on. Thanks for joining. Have a good one. And bye bye.